Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spirits of Magic 1928. Today is Disneyland's birthday. It is July 17th, which was the media preview day and is considered the official opening day of the Disneyland Resort back in 1955. I always celebrate with like Disney foods on Disneyland's birthday, or Disneyland food technically on Disneyland's birthday. But with all this filming I've been doing, I was in quite a conundrum of what should I have to eat. There's so many good recipes. I tend to just like a lot of things that not always the family likes. And I like to change it up. A lot of times I do Bengal barbecue, but I feel like I just made that. I do a lot of times Big Thunder Ranch ribs, which you can't get in the park anymore. I've done, those two have been like usually my go-tos. Like loaded onion rings like the Hungry Bear used to have. But the ones from Star Wars Night are really good if you want those ones. So this year I was like, oh, what do I do? We have figured it out. Generally, I do always have actually a limaison salad. This is one of my favorite salads that I used to get at Cafe Orleans. I used to get the pommes frites, which I have that video, and we are having those tonight as well. We'd get the pommes frites for the table, and then I'd have the limaison salad. I'd have a French onion soup, and I would take that extra garlic and Parmesan left over from the fries and put it in my soup, and then beignets for dessert. I have done a lot of filming today, and I already made a lot of different beignets. So for dessert, we're gonna have the lemon raspberry tiramisu, and I do have a video for that as well. For the limaison salad, you're gonna do a spring mix. This, I just have a baby lettuce mix. Arugula is not for everybody. I'm gonna put a little bit here on the plate, and I'm gonna tear up some of these bigger pieces just for ease later. In the parks, they're generally nice and big to be all pretty. To that, we're gonna add some pecan pralines. I believe the recipe actually calls for candied pecans. They are slightly different. Trader Joe's sells both. I think these are better. These are definitely more sugary. I feel like sometimes I used to add craisins to this salad, but when I looked it up, it didn't have them. So I'm not putting them on this time. I don't know. Anyways, that's probably good. To the salad, you're also going to add, sliced in half, cherry tomatoes. Like that. And then you're gonna crumble some goat cheese. And then this gets topped with a raspberry vinaigrette, which they sell at the grocery store. I'm not quite ready to eat yet, so I'm not gonna put it on because I don't want my lettuce to get soggy. So that's the limaison salad. Pommes frites, I gotta get the fries going. Ooh. And then we're also gonna have a patty melt. The Carnation Cafe, which is, I feel like it's an original restaurant. Carnation was one of the original sponsors of the park, and maybe the Carnation Cafe wasn't what it is today back in the 55s, but Carnation has been a part of the park since 1955, I'm like 98% sure. And the Carnation Cafe has a delicious patty melt. It is a Parmesan crusted sourdough with caramelized onions, burger sauce, your burger patty, and Monterey Jack cheese. So for a Parmesan crusted sourdough, it's gonna be like doing a grilled cheese. So I have the butter in here, and I'm just gonna add Parmesan to my heart's content. I mix it up, and then I spread it on the bread and put it on the griddle pan and like toast it up like a grilled cheese. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put the Monterey Jack on the burger or on the bread. I might do a little bit on both sides of the bread, honestly, because that sounds really, really good. I'm gonna shred up the Monterey Jack for that. So that's all you do. You just mix butter and cheese, and then you spread it on your bread like butter, and it's delicious. I've got my ground beef here. I'm gonna season it up, season how you wish. It's not any specialty flavor in the park, it's a burger. So however you want your burger. And then just make sure that you form your burger to a little bit bigger than your bread, because it is gonna shrink, right? So that way it fits. All right, I don't know if I've ever shown you how to caramelize onions, so we're gonna do that. You want to thinly slice. I do a rough thin. I don't get them like paper thin. I do like a little bite to them, which means they need to be on the thicker thin sides. Mine are like, I don't know how to describe it. They're thin, they're not like super wide chunks like an onion ring, but I don't know. Do it however you like. You're also gonna preheat your oil in a pan, and then you're gonna drop your onions in. I like to let them sit. I'll like do one stir. No, how do I like to do it? I like to put them in. I like to put salt on it, do a stir, and then let them sit. I have them sit for a couple minutes, and then I add butter and stir again and let them sit. And then it's kind of like a low and slow, maybe 15 minutes on a medium low, and till they're like caramelized. They're like light brown in color. I don't like super dark brown, and I don't want them wimpy. I want a little bit of bite, and I want a little bit of brownness. Yeah, so I'm gonna get those started. I'm gonna season the meat, and then I will see you back here. I did mention that there is a burger sauce on it, and you can make your own. You can use Thousand Island, or you can get the Magnificauce from Trader Joe's. That's basically what it is. And yeah, so you can see I'm prepping the bread right now, putting that butter on it, and then I'm gonna griddle it. And then I still haven't decided about that cheese. Put the sauce on it, put the onions in the burger, and we've got dinner. To a preheated pan, add your burger patty. After about 3 to 5 minutes, flip your patty. I've started the bread by now, and the onions are keeping warm in their own pan. Next, add your cheese, and then cover for 3 minutes or until desired doneness. When the bread is near done, add your burger sauce to one or both sides. Next, add your onions on top of the burger sauce. And when your burger is done cooking, add it to the top of the onions. Then top your burger with the other bread slice and move to a plate or a cutting board. Here, I'm just checking to make sure it's all done. And yep, it's good and crispy on the outside. This burger looks so amazing. And now I'm going to add the pommes frites to the plate. As many as you like. And there she is, my Disneyland 70th celebration dinner. Let's dig in. All right, first some pommes frites, which you can now find at the Red Rose Tavern. Then a bite of the La Maison salad from Cafe Orleans. I really love this salad. It's one of my favorites. And then finally, this delicious patty melt that you can find at Carnation Cafe. Cheers. This was delicious, and honestly, it was perfect. It was definitely the best dinner I could have created for this special anniversary. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.